Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This episode of Fine World and Crypto is brought to you by Trader Joe's White Truffle Popcorn. Mixing it up today. Good shit. Boy, Trader Joe. He's a miracle worker. You know what else is a miracle worker? The money printer. The money printer goes brrr, and the stock market goes, takes a big dump. How funny is that? Good times, right? NASDAQ down 400 points right now. The futures. SPY was down almost 1% today. Typical, right? Guarantee it. I talked about it in yesterday's stream. Look out. Now, Bitcoin hasn't really done it, right? Bitcoin had that nice little pump. It's kind of consolidating right now. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, on the higher time frames, in my opinion, we're in this super cycle, right? We've had several over the lifetime of Bitcoin. But if you understand how to read price action, especially if we get, right? Especially if we get a higher low here, this is building for something real special. And we're talking about a massive pump. You know what I didn't do? Give me a second here, guys. Let me flip my internet connection. Let's see. All right, we are back. Charts will take a minute. You can see the chart still, though. It's just not active. But anyway, we could get a massive run here. And it doesn't happen in the next couple weeks. It could. There's a probability. What do you think all these lines are? What do you think all these dots are on the weekly? Every week we get, these are all probabilities. This is what we trade on, right? As a volatility trader, probability and statistic trader, this is what we work with, right? It doesn't, now as a long-term holder, I want Bitcoin to put a rocket in its ass and go to the fucking moon. That's where I want it to go. But as a volatility trader, it doesn't really matter. If Bitcoin goes down, I'm going to hedge my stack, right? I'm going to get into some short positions. I'm going to definitely, like I just said, I'm going to hedge my stack. I'm going to make some money while I'm losing, right? That's what this game is all about. That's what this game is all about. So, yeah, got big things on the horizon too. Oh, Bilbo with a broker's license. Oh, shh, be quiet. It's maybe in the works. But so what do we do? What's Bitcoin doing on the weekly? We've been talking about this last 2 weeks. We're ranging in between the mean of this projection from the 41K low that ran up to 70, right? And the top side of the 68.3 Laplace distribution range. It's about a 10K range, literally. The mean is at about 44.4. The 68.3, especially next week, it's a little over 53. So it's like nine and a half, $9,500 range. We could be sitting here for a while, just consolidating. But my bias right now is this thing probably running to the top side of this 68.3. Once it gets here, we're going to have to figure it out, right? Do we close daily candles over this weekly range right here? That's what I'm looking for. And if we do that, then I expect we're going to make a run for the mean of the projection from this 50% pullback, 60K to 30K. I'll be looking for that. And that's up around, if I'm correct, yeah, about 59K, $59,000. So is what I'm saying. We close some daily candles up here above 53.5, 54K, somewhere in that range. Say this week, by the end of the week, we close up here, first standard deviation, 54,676. We close up there by the end of the week. You're probably going to see Bitcoin next week make a run for the mean of this projection. And then what do we have to look for? We've got the 95.4 of this projection from the 41K low, and we got the 95, or actually that is the 68.3 from the 50% pullback. Look here at the end of the year. They're crossing up right at 100K. The 68.3% Laplace distribution range to the top side of this projection, the 95.4% Laplace distribution range from this projection are crossing right at the end of the year, right? If Bitcoin makes a run and we break some daily candles above the mean of that projection, I'm looking for a powerful run going into the end of the year, especially since, right, they got this money printer going full freaking just printing money, literally doubled QE. Not 15 billion now, it's 30 billion that they're going to be buying assets every month. I mean, it's just insanity. Total insanity. They're printing money until the fucking economy just implodes. It's short-term good for Bitcoin, right? And at some point, big time investors are going to figure out where the real sound money is. They've been lied to for a long time. A lot of them have wised up over the years and have been taking little chunks of Bitcoin, spoon feeding themselves, right? But the big thing that's going to come in is when the investment funds, right? When all these big retirement funds of these companies and corporations, man, when they start putting some of that money towards Bitcoin, this thing's going to skyrocket. And when do I think that's going to happen? ETF, right? People are like, well, Bilbo, there's already an ETF. Yeah, it's settled in cash. Real people don't want that. They want the underlying, right? They want it settled in Bitcoin. And that's the big step in regulation that's going to have to come to fruition, especially with the UAE, right? I told you about that interview I watched with one of the sheiks over there, just talking about they got billions and billions and billions and billions. He said just on the low end, they're sitting on about $250 billion, ready to pump that $250 billion right into freaking cryptocurrency. He did mention Bitcoin, he mentioned Ethereum, but outside of that, he didn't really mention too much else. And like me and MJ were talking behind the scenes, when they start putting money into this market, especially like these retirement funds and these big overseas freaking investment funds, they're going to be sticking it in Bitcoin, right? They're looking for sound money investment. It's Bitcoin. There's a cap on the supply. There's 90% of the supply has already been mined. There's only like 2.3 million available on exchanges right now. Only about 2 million left to mine. And it's going to take 120 years to mine the rest of the Bitcoin because of the halvings. Supply shock's going to hit. When it hits, it's going to hit hard. Bitcoin's going to skyrocket. It's going to be incredible. Really is. Really is. But yeah, so anyway, looking at SPY closed almost 1% down, right? Went down $4, a little over $4. But right now, like Nasdaq futures, man, they're down. It's down 400 points. So wow, powerful. And crypto's having a little dip here at the end of the day. Apparently, go to the stream chat here. Oh, nice. Got my two favorite people on here. Nice, Andy. Yeah, see you tomorrow, buddy. So that's what we're doing, right? This is the weekly probability chart. It's the only thing right now I'm really interested in because this is the higher time frame you go, the more powerful this is, and you see how these ranges are respected. That's why we trade this way. That last run up to 70, right, to the all-time high of 70K, we bounced up, rejected one wick, two wick right off the 95.4, went sideways, got that all-time high, pulled back. Down here, right, when we had that 50% dump. Where'd it dump to? Right to the 99.7 Laplace distribution range on the projection. Pulled back up, went sideways. Got that nice big wick down. Woo, that was a good trade. But then found some support on the 95.4, launched right off of it, right? Powerful little chart here. So anyway, let's over to VRE and see what's going on today. What is this, BTC? Yes, it is. And of course, I mean, this is just a ride as they turn on the money machine full bore. I even talked about it in yesterday's stream. I'm going to laugh my ass off if this thing pulls back, right? Everybody's like, oh, the Fed. And so everybody just goes long across the board on all kinds of assets, I'm sure. They're getting fucking absolutely wrecked right now. Wrecked. And this was the pump we had yesterday going up to the meeting, right? I mean, hell, Bitcoin's already pulled back 3/4, damn near. Nice. Sushi tonight. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. We're gonna see a full retrace of this pump we had. Are we real quick at the end of the day? We're making a run down here to the first standard deviation, about 46. What's that at? 46.7. Yeah, 46.7 area. Right here, you've got the weekly S1, right? We dip below it. We dip below it right here, and woof, what did it do? Went up, tested that weekly range. So, do we go down to this weekly S1? Do we bounce off there and make a run back up? Who knows? That's why we trade low time frame volatility. 100%. 100%. And everything across the board right now. Let me take a peek real quick. Yeah, I mean everything's down. Everything's down. VIX popped a little bit today, obviously, the stock market going down. Gold and silver doing what gold and silver does, absolutely dog shit. Let's see here. Fluffy McCuck back down to $1.25. Good job, Cardano. You strong. So let's see here. Avalanche still up 1%. We got Aave up almost 2%. Luna, go figure. Luna's up 9% right now. Rook Dow. I forget what the Dow's actually called, but it's Rook is the pair. Let's see, Solana up 1%. Solana's strong right now. And of course, you got YFI, right? Up 21%. So we see what's getting pumped today, right? Interesting. Let's take a peek over here. All right. 1 mile to 15-minute. Yeah, let's take a quick peek, right? We're having an outlier in the 15-minute on the variance right now. 100%. You can see the variance popped right here for outlier to the top side. Came down negatively correlated, right? We had this quick pullback, but coming down negatively correlated. It walked right back up, rejected right here off the 9 log MA. Started having an outlier to the downside. So we building any div? Not at the moment. Not bull, right? Not bull div at all. Did we build? No, we did not. No div, no bear, no bull. This is just a little battle going on. Not especially in the low time frame. Not really an imbalance of anything at all. Got here 47.4 is that second standard deviation band on the 15-minute. I don't want to jump up here on the 4-hour though. See what's going on. I mean, this thing's still just. I mean, I talked about it right here. As soon as this thing popped out, I was like, we're gonna go sideways. There's no doubt about it. I mean, look at the 4-hour. Think we're just going sideways right now. It's going to take, somebody's going to have, these people are going to have to come in. Somebody's going to have to buy a lot of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's got a lot of work to do on these higher time frames. There's no doubt about it. A lot of work to do. Build any div. I mean, I was trying to build some hidden bear or hidden bull, but not really. I mean, there's a little, building a little bit of wheat bull. That's about it. There was we talked about it yesterday too. Remember, I was like, hey, there's bear div on the 4-hour playing out, right? That's what's going on right now. We got some bear div playing out on the 4-hour. Flip down the Fishers too. And look at the rain. This whole sideways move. The dump on the 4-hour. That was all trend. Since then, literally since December 4th, this is all random price action. Well, why do you say that, Bilbo? Well, because, little YouTube watcher, we have indicators that tell us when price action is in trend or if it's random. That's our alpha trading, AME, alpha squared, EPP. If you want to know more about that special sauce, you're going to have to come into the Discord. Links in the description. But yeah, all random price action. And right now we're getting a flash. We got some action coming. All right. The EPP is flashing right now. The entropy isn't. When the entropy is white, that's when you're getting a flash on the entropy. When it is just so you don't get any more random than that. All right. So right now we got something brewing. Now, everybody that knows me, I don't even have to say it. So if we're looking at this 636 AVR here, what do you see? The columns. The columns are the 636 AVR. What has just happened? Huh? Volatility dropped off a cliff. Literally fell off the cliff, man. And now we got entropy. We got the correlation with entropy and price action flashing. Got a move coming. We get something's brewing right now on the 4 hour. Now the other two lengths of AVR are still pretty high. We're talking about an 84 read and blow it up. We got an 84 and an 87 up here. I see thicker blue lines here. They are gradient coloring. But yeah, I mean, these APPs are getting pretty low, right? That's just price percentile. That's just price percentile. So that's sort of the low length AVR has fallen off a freaking cliff. Be careful. Be careful. Read the charts. Read the volatility. Read the statistics. Get a grip on what you're looking at, right? Because we do have something brewing right now. 100%. Let's see what's going on the 90-minute. I'd imagine. Yeah, we're flashing big time. And not only is the 636 flashing, the 981 is flashing. It's buried, right? Totally buried. Let's see something real quick. Let's blow this up. We actually, the 981's printing a 1%. The 636 is at a 3%. We got the 2400. It's still pretty high up here. Still pretty high up here at about 48%. But we're flashing on the 90-minute too. And let's see what's going on. Yeah, bull div on the 90-minute. Definitely some bull div on the 90-minute. The fishers are getting pretty low. They're passing the second standard deviation band as we speak. And why did we get this drop on the 90-minute? Well, first off, right? Variance popped, negatively correlated with an outlier. Price starts going down. Variance turns down, positively correlated, continues the walk down. Powerful indicators here at Alpha Trading. This is what we do. We don't dick around with lagging indicators. No, sir. Of course, we got our little new friend down here. Very interesting indicator. The inverse Pearson skewness. Let me change this up real quick. Per the math boss. Gets down to 20,000. There we go. There we go. So yeah, it's a cool indicator. Still working with it though. Still working with it. Not gonna talk too much about it. So that's a 90. Let's see what's going on the 45-minute. On old BTC. Of course, right? I mean, that's why we use divergence between returns and price action, right? Hidden bear all day long on the 45-minute, right? Higher highs on the oscillator, lower highs on price action right here, boom to boom, 45-minute candle down, playing out big time. What's it setting up though? Setting up some bull div right now. If this were to bounce off the zero mean here, doesn't have to. I like that the fishers are heading up. Do like that. We are 45-minute, right? We're flat. The correlation's flashing, dropping into trend. So you can see right here, all three lengths of the AVR are starting to expand, negatively correlated. But at this point right here, this is where the patience comes in. Right? This is where the patience comes in. If you were going to get into like a quick scalp or something, obviously I'm not going to trade the 45, but I use it a lot to distinguish what's going on with Bitcoin. I'm trading on the 15-minute. And on the 15-minute, you would have saw this move coming hell a long time ago. All right. Could have got a nice scalp here. I've been gone all day. I haven't done any trading. Well, I haven't done any trading at all in a little while. Just busy. Busy. Yeah, you can see Z-score, right? Z-score's setting up a little bit of bull div, just like the returns oscillator. If I have this on log returns, let me check real quick. I think it's on price. Yeah, it's on price right now. Let's see what it looks like on log. Yep, same thing. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it on log for a minute. So yeah, we got some bull div on the 45 setting up. So I've looked at the 4 hour, I've looked at the 90, I've looked at the 45, started on the 15, didn't do too much of a diagnosis. Let's take a peek on this 12 hour. Let's see what's happening here. Money printer go, burr, assets go. Yep. Couldn't have scripted it any better. To be honest, could not have scripted any better. There's no divergence between returns on price action on the 12 hour whatsoever. Just going sideways, man. Going sideways. See here. Random since the dump, just like all the time frames, pretty much. I mean, you might see some dropping in the trend on low time frames like the 15-minute, but you go 4 hour and higher. This and everything after the dump has all been random. All been random. All right. So as a volatility trader, we just chilling. We're just chilling big time. And if you're a big investment fund manager or something, you're, to be honest, I guarantee you, look, do you think they're looking at traditional technical analysis? No, not at all. I guarantee you they're looking at some high time frame. They're looking at some correlations. They're looking at probability levels. Guarantee it. And I'm telling you right now, they're probably not interested until Bitcoin breaks like 59, 60K. They're not even in. They're just watching. That's all they're doing. Any big time investor, they're just watching. That's why this thing could be stuck in the mud down here for a while. It's going to be this thing's going to be wild playing out. But guarantee you they're waiting until probably a break above 60, 59K, something in that area. Get above this dump mean. Yep. I would guarantee it. Yep, I said guarantee. If you know any investment fund managers, ask them. Not like they're going to tell you anyway. But yeah, they are just chilling right now. Is there any div on the daily? Yeah, exactly, Senex. I mean, and that's the thing, you've been around a while. Like we don't always have to be in trades, right? We don't always have to be in trades. We can wait till certain probability levels are broke. We're like, okay, it's party time. This thing's on a mission. We're either dumping or pumping. Something's getting ready to explode. But like we've got these lower time frame flashing, right? The daily's not. What was that 12-hour AVR on the low? Let's see here. Oh, was that too quick of a time change? Actually, the 12 hours are getting pretty low on the 636. Nice steady decline. Nice steady decline, and it's actually been most of it, especially the walk up right here. It was negatively correlated contraction, so of course it's going to walk up. So yeah. Okay. So let me pop in the daily again. Yeah. Like I said, even on the daily, right? We built this on the log return Z score and the price one. I mean, it definitely was building some bull div. Same thing with the return oscillator. Let me turn off something. Yeah. Yep. And it's still present. I mean, to be honest, we want to see this returns oscillator stay above the zero mean, right? We definitely want to see it. But yeah, there's not a very attractive pattern going on. Now, when I talk about patterns, I'm talking about on the returns oscillator, right? I talked about the other day. I mean, if you're drawing patterns on your chart, make it worthwhile, not on price action, because that shit's gonna bust any which way but loose. I mean, it's just insane. But yeah, this is, I don't know, man. Oh, you are going to want to see the daily bounce here. That's for damn sure. The thing is, there's no bear div, right? There's no bear div on the returns oscillator at all. And these fissures were buried down here for a while. They really were. They're starting to make a move. So, and we talked the other day about, let me get on the index, pop on this 2-day. Nah, not missing much. If anything, this thing's just going to shake people, bust people's teeth out. It's like a hockey fight. Donnie's all excited. He's probably chuckling right now. Bitcoin. Yeah. Bitcoin's that hockey guy. He wears a leather helmet, no mouth guard. He's missing like 4 teeth. Yeah. Sharpens his fucking blades before every every hockey game. Is that what it is? A hockey game? And hockey match? A hockey scrum? Okay. So the 3-day, and I'm telling her the 2-day. I mean, what's this thing doing? Right? And we're just building more bull div on the log return Z score, on the returns oscillator. The 2-day still building this bull div. At some point, man. I mean, this is why I'm talking about it. I seriously think this thing's gonna make the run. It's gonna make the run up here. It's gonna come up to the 68.3. And with bated breath, we're all going to be going, okay, Bitcoin, what are you going to do at 53? What you going to be doing at 53? We really want to see what you're going to do. All right. You going to take off all your clothes and hit the meth pipe and run around the neighborhood naked? What are you going to do, big dog? You going to reject here? Huh? Go into rehab? Or are you going to fucking just bust loose like a crazy man? That's what we want to see. That's the first step. Getting above this 68.3 is the first step. When does it happen? Guys, I mean, we could be stuck in here. We could be stuck in here. These are powerful ranges. Put it this way, there's a 68.3% chance we stay here. We stay in this range, right? And it just gets bigger and bigger as time goes. When we hit the end of the year, though, and this thing hasn't broke through, I'm probably going to start a projection from this down move as well. And then once we start breaking out of here and we get a couple weeks with nice bullish candles, I'm going to start a new projection. Why? Well, this is why. There's a 95.4% chance Bitcoin wasn't going above this fancy, smancy little line right here that is the 95.4% Laplace distribution range. Nice, Darby. Yeah, let's see here. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And I mean, I'm just looking here, watching this bull div build, man. Watching this bull div build. And I know Jerome Powell, he's definitely on the crack pipe. They got him locked up in a closet at the Fed, and he's probably just exhausted. He's just printing money, printing money, printing money, printing money, making little bird noises and all kinds of fun shit. Sure, it's a riot. We got this 144 log MA on the 2-day. It's just been supporting price action, right? And nothing has crossed down yet. I'm telling you right now, though, these are very freaking powerful. Log return moving averages set to the variance colors, letting you know what's going on with the variance and where the returns are. Are the returns above or below the mean? And is the variance rising or falling? That's all we give a crap about. Right? You try to tell the normal person that trades traditional technical analysis, that kind of stuff, and they're just like, their eyes glaze over. They don't even know what variance is, right? A high percentage of them. And what? 95% of people anyway, they just watch YouTube Jimmy for signals and then cry. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Crazy, crazy. And if you're going to be a YouTube Jimmy watcher or whatever, why don't you just come get the alpha trading entropy indicator? Trade the trends. Trade the trend. That's all you got to do. It's pretty damn simple. Pretty damn simple. It's like eating Trader Joe white truffle popcorn. Mm, mm, good stuff. Okay. That's a 2-day, 3-day. Today? Was it today we get a 5-day? Yes, sir. Very interesting. This is the thing on the 3-day. This variance is pretty damn low, right? It can go to the line. It can go to a 0. Variance never drops below. You'll never see variance. Variance just goes up from there, comes back down, goes up, right? Rises, falls. That's what variance does. It is a non-directional indicator, right? Variance is literally just telling you about the spread of data around the mean, right? That's all variance is telling you. But when you correlate that variance to price action, it becomes a directional indicator. This is where a lot of people that trade volatility, they still don't get it. Even people that are making the damn indicators, they just don't understand it. Probably because I'm the one that showed them. And it's an ego thing. I got no ego. If somebody's got a good idea, bring it to us. Let us look at it. I'm all for shit. Right? I'm all for learning new stuff. Something I haven't figured out yet. But we sit in front of these charts 24 hours a day, especially the guys that are in the guys that started this Discord. Most of us are just chart junkies. All we do is sit around and play with indicators and try to figure out new shit. That's why my mind's blown right now. It's like these guys are making more indicators that I could freaking wrap my head around. It's all good though. It's all good. And then so the 2-day, you got the 144 support and price action. You've got the 99 supporting, right? On that dump, especially. On that dump, especially, you had the 99 support and price action on the 3-day. And same thing. We're building this bull div. We're building this bull div on the 3-day. It is building and building strong. Let's see here, just all random after the dump, right? Or on you, the higher time frame you go, it's all random after the all-time high, not just the recent dump we had. All random, right? This 3-day has been going up positive correlation as it's contracting, which everybody that has studied under the alpha trading philosophy understands that they know price action is going to walk its way down. And that's exactly what you see. And it's below the Gaussian mean on the deviation bands. Yep. And then you've got the first standard deviation band up here on the 3-day at about 59.5. I'm looking for these areas to be broke. And I guarantee you, these big investment people, they're doing the same. They're just waiting. They're just waiting. They know Bitcoin's a beast, right? Ain't no Bitcoin's a beast. Everybody's just being patient right now. So we get a new 5-day today. Let's diagnose this 5-day. Let's see here. Same thing I'm seeing on the 2-day and the 3-day. All right. Full div. Lower lows on price action, higher lows on the return oscillator. Now the Z-score is starting to turn up. Let me see if it's any different on just price. Let's see. Take it off log. Lower. Chat's heading up. It's heading, the log is definitely starting to turn up a bit. So on the 5-day, right? Volatility overall is pretty damn low. All right, you got the low length at about a 39%. Then you've got the 2400 at about 27.5. Got the 981 at about a 14.8. So they're all below 50%, right? It's been positively correlated as we had this contraction, right? You can see, especially the 981's been going down the whole time. So does price. That's what this thing does. If you're contracting and it's positively correlated to price action, we know what happens. We know what happens. The APPs, these two lower lengths are definitely dropping hard. The AME, I mean, it's definitely negatively correlated right now, right? Or let's say the correlation is building to the downside, but this is all random. This can change in a heartbeat. right? This can change in a heartbeat, just like it did here, right? Just goes from, okay, correlation to the downside. Let's go to an all-time highs. Let's party. So at the close today, I want to see how this 5-day shapes up. These fissures are getting pretty low over here, right? Powerful fissure transform. We like it. When it comes to traditional technical analysis, it's one of the only things we'll even look at, right? So one of the only things we will even look at. Even our moving averages are log return. We just don't dick around with the other stuff. We want to know what's going on with log returns. Why? Why do you care so much about returns? Because for Christ's sake, it's the return on your damn investment. That's why we use the divergence between the two. I want to know the divergence between my returns and the price action. It's gonna send off or signal to me the return on your investment is diminishing. Take profit. You might even take profit early. Who gives a shit? This is one thing me and Alex Becker agree on. He's not a great TA guy by any means. He'll even tell you. But it's like that guy takes his damn profit. And everybody else just sits in their damn trades, and then you get a blow off top, and they lose half their money when they go out to whatever. They go watch another YouTube Jimmy, and they're not paying attention to the charts, and the thing dumps on them. You take your profit on the way up, right? That's how you take profit. That's what we talk about all the time. When you get really good with the variance and stuff, you can extend that. You can get a lot more profit than most people. But if you're taking profit as an asset is just going ballistic to the top side, how can you lose? Doesn't it make sense to just take your profit? People now, why can't people do that? Because they're emotionally attached to their trade. 100%. 100%. Can't do that. Cannot be emotionally attached to your trade. If you are, you're screwed to begin with. You are going to be screwed to begin with. Okay, let's see. Yeah, gonna be interesting. 5-day. Time is 2:36. Good. Got all kinds of time. Let's see. Like I said 2-day, 3-day, 5-day. Love it. I love it. And what makes me even like the bull dip setting up even more? Because then you pop on a weekly, right? You pop on a weekly, and what do we got on weekly between returns and price action? Yeah, let me turn off my sweet little moving averages. Oh, you'll be back. Just relax. Oh, shitter. Obviously, there's not a bottom yet. There's not a bottom on the price action, right? This is not the bottom of the data set yet. You have to get a bottom for this divergence to play out. But is it building? Is it there? Has the return oscillator already turned up? Yes. Yes, it has. 100%. And the good thing is, if we get up to the zero mean, there's not going to be any bear div at all built. But there's hidden bull building right now. Hey, man, go sit down. Go sit down, buddy. You got 20 minutes, you little freak. You got a dog crying. I think he's got to take a dump. Don't do it in here. Go sit. He's a good boy. Same thing on the weekly, too. We're getting this pullback, right? First, negative correlation, expansion, goes into positive correlation, contraction. Down, 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 down. That's what the breaks in correlation tell you when you know what's going on with expansion and contraction. It's simple. It really is. Pretty simple. Now, this is freaking historical volatility z-score on the weekly. As it's a 2.5 standard deviations below the mean. If this, we get a close this week, this baby pops to the upside and stays positively correlated, it could be on. It could be on big time. You could see something like this back here, right? When you get positive correlation and that z-score starts popping, man. Here's a good example. This was the whole run, literally from like 10.5, sit down, buddy. 10.5 all the way to the first 65K high or whatever it was. Z-score was way down, 4.5 standard deviations below the mean. Right about here, it goes positively correlated, right? And the thing is the move up started here because the Z-score was heading down, negatively correlated. That starts the price action walking up and then explosion time, significantly positively correlated, right? Had this little stutter step right here. Well, yeah, it went negative correlation here as it was still rising, but then it went positive again right there, finished the move out. So once again, Z-score's really low right here. Not as low as it was before. Hell, it was 2 more standard deviations, but yeah, it is low. And we do have hidden bull div building on the weekly, bull div building on the 2, 3, and 5-day charts. So my bias is obviously the upside. But then you look over on this chart, and I'm talking, we got a massive range here, 9 to 10K range. And there's a 68.3% chance we stay in this son of a bitch. It's like the kids in cages down on the border that old Obama built, right? Crazy, man. Yeah, it takes a lot to get out of these ranges. Got to do it though. Bitcoin has got to get up here. 53.5 first area, bust above the mean here at about 59.60K, and then we're off to the races. And we are off to the races. But by that time, I'm starting a new projection. When these candles start going up, I'm going to start a brand new projection, and I'm going to want to know where that 95.4 is. And if I get into a nice position, I'm taking profit, man. I'm taking profit on the way up. All right. I'm not going to wait because look how fast this happened, right? That thing pumped up, hit that 95.4, pulled back hard. Buddy, be patient. Well, I'm having a doggy revolt going on in here. This might be a short stream. I've got 20 minutes. I can hold it. Put a cork in it, dude. Tell him. Here, you want to come say hi? Say hi to everybody. Get this dog. Yeah. Okay. Now, we'll put a cork in it, son. Okay. So that's the weekly. Yeah. I mean, especially we got the money printer turned on. We got all this bull div on the 2, 3, and 5-day. Hidden bull building on the weekly. Outlier 8-hour chart. Silly little lines here. What's the 8-hour doing? pretty expanded. Pretty expanded volatility. Like seeing that. Now obviously, right? We had some hidden bear div. Well, I mean, this returns oscillator is pretty low now. Pretty low. What's it building? Just like the weekly, it's building hidden bull on the 8-hour. Building hidden bull. And you know what? I mean, that's pretty much tippy top of the analysis on Bitcoin. Obviously, everything's going to follow Bitcoin. You're going to have your outliers like Luna and what YFI is doing right now, shit like that. Keep a lookout for Matic and Avalanche. If Bitcoin takes off, starts ripping, man, those things are going to just fucking explode. You could probably see a $3.50 Matic or something. And tomorrow's stream, I'll do about 15 minutes on Bitcoin and then focus on maybe those two, Luna, Matic, maybe a couple others. Solana's having a good day. But I'm having a dog revolt going on right now. And I'm thinking I'm like moments away from an accident happening in here. So that being said, here's the other one. I got to get off here, you guys. Let's see here. Yeah, it was only 20 minutes short. Good. We can make it a shorter vid. But yeah, so if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we are Alpha Trading. We trade volatility, probability, and statistics. We love to teach people how to do the same. The link to our Discord's in the description of all our videos. Come check us out. Follow the welcome message. It'll tell you exactly what to do. Open up a support ticket. Tell us what's on your mind. Talk about the weather. I don't give a shit. Just come in. At least do something. Don't sit like a bump on the log. And thanks you guys for watching live here. We'll actually do a little bit longer stream going into the end of the week. So yeah, maybe we'll do like an hour and a half tomorrow or something. But that being said, have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the metaverse. Stay safe out there. See you guys.